Don't be a loser.
For the love of God.
And viewers, this is literally our take three. Internet connectivity issues called Spectrum. Tom was racing around helping out. He's one of our top two biggest fans, Tom and James.
Better
So,
be.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I agree. So, although now it doesn't feel as natural to say it since we said it now, this is the third time, but we still did go see six, and it still was amazing. And we said some cute and fun things about it.
You'll probably never know.
Yes, yes. But it was six the musical at the Straz. It's like, yep, let's just do it. We loved it. It was high energy. And if anyone wonders, is this our natural laugh? Yes, it is.
Yeah, because it's absolutely hilarious that we've tried to do this 3 times now, and
Right.
we're praying that this one works.
We have some information we need to get out there tonight.
Yeah. So just real quick, six. It was a. It's about the six wives of Henry VIII. Oh, good, nice visual. Yes, showing 6 fingers. And
For Henry the
so
Eighth.
yeah, Henry the. Ooh, you're using all your digits, baby. Yeah. So, for those who don't know who those 6 women are and who Henry VIII is, Henry VIII was King of England in the 1500s, and he kept marrying women, either killing them, divorcing them, whatever, and so that he could get a male heir. He really was obsessed with having a son, as most
Mhm,
kings were, but he just took it to the extreme. So the
mhm.
6 wives were Catherine of Aragon, Anne Boleyn, Jane Seymour, Anne of Cleves, Catherine Howard, and Catherine Parr. So, and it was a great, Saturday afternoon. We went to the Saturday matinee and it was packed and it was just amazing. Great music, great choreography, great audience participation. And yeah, so the whole premise really is they were having a contest to see which of the wives suffered the most under Henry.
Mhm.
And we're not going to spoil it for you. We won't tell you
Right.
what happened. You just have to go see it. But it would definitely be a Broadway musical I would see again.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and I
Who's,
do have to say that my wife that was the favorite at the beginning was not my favorite at the end.
ooh, yeah, I had
But
2 favorites. And when we
mhm,
left, I had 2 favorites. So
yeah.
who was do you want to share your favorites?
No, I don't even want to ruin it. Just
Hmm?
want to say that you should go see it, or if it's probably not playing here any longer. I don't
Yeah,
know how long the run
I don't
was.
know. I don't know how long it was in Tampa for. We may have
Mhm.
caught one of the last shows, but it's touring the nation. It's going around the U.S. So if you have an opportunity to see six, definitely go see it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, it was very good. All right.
I'm going to jump
Internet
right into it and
still, yeah, I was gonna say,
I'll do a
internet is
different
still
topic.
behaving.
Yeah, mine it's a little finicky, but it could just be because it was so stormy and then I think it's going to storm again perhaps. So
Yeah,
maybe that's just adding a little extra.
a little extra drama. We'll
Yeah.
we'll keep it going.
Yeah. I don't know why I did the gun fingers, but it seemed what I should do.
I'll
So I did.
snap for you too. How about that?
I still can't really snap properly with my left hand. I know, it's kind of sad.
That
I'll
is.
get there.
How are you going to do your jazz moves?
Not well. That's okay. I can't dance well either, so it'll go right along with it.
Oh my gosh. Too
I
funny.
can still do jazz hands though. So yeah.
All right. Where do you want to take us now?
But on to serious topics. There was a deadly shooting in the Islamic Center of San Diego in California, and two teenage gunmen opened fire outside the mosque. 3 men were killed, including a security guard. The two suspects later died from apparent self-inflicted gunshot wounds.
Good.
And I mean, police are investigating it as a possible hate crime. Children at the mosque school were safely evacuated.
That's good.
And investigators reportedly found anti-Islamic and Nazi-related material tied to the suspects.
Yeah, they
So
were
that's,
trans. They were also transgender. And
oh,
yeah, yeah. So it's a mental illness, and we need to stop pretending that it's not. And if the more research done on the two idiots, they just hated everybody and everything. They hated Islam, they hated Jews, they hated Christians, they hated Trump, they hated MAGA, they hated the country, they hated blacks, they hated Hispanic, they hated everybody because they hated themselves. They had so much
mhm,
hatred of themselves that it seeped out.
mhm.
And I just, you know what? Good riddance. I'm sorry. Good riddance. And I'm sorry that people were killed, at the mosque. You know, it's not right. They shouldn't have
No,
targeted them. But
no,
you know what? They're gone now. Good riddance. And maybe the left will finally stop making the trans movement into some kind of a heroic journey for people. It's wrong. It's demonic. These people are mentally ill. They are getting possessed. I don't know what they're doing, but their brains are not working properly, and they need serious, serious help.
yes.
And it's
I don't
because
know.
look at
I
the
mean,
history. Look at the history of the shooters that we've had so far this year and also last year. How many of them were because they were transgender and they had they had their manifestos, and it was just like they won't even release the manifestos because they know how horrible what they put in there is. And why are they again targeting, most of them are targeting children. Why? Why are you targeting kids? So you
mhm,
know what? Good riddance to trash, because that's what they were.
mhm.
And just keep moving it forward.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, so sorry that it happened. Didn't deserve to happen to them. Maybe the people deserve to die. I don't know. But I can't imagine that they did.
Well, the children in the school certainly didn't. They
No,
were
not
just
at
kids.
all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
So, and even though they
Yeah.
were evacuated, I'm sure that was still traumatic.
Yeah. Just like it is for the public school kids and the kids at the Christian schools who are getting shot at.
Exactly.
Nobody, yeah. And then it's like, oh, well, this and that. It's like, no. There's no excuse for them to have done what they've done. So,
Right.
yeah, no. But, liberals can't get out of their own asses to see what the reality is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So,
mean, they do like to say follow the science and look at the statistics and the science and the math and all of
yeah,
that for us uneducated Republicans, but it is pointing to there's a lot of transgender shooters. I didn't even see that part of it.
yeah.
So
Hmm.
it's
Yeah,
a shame.
it is a shame, but
Yeah.
you know what? It's sad, but they're no longer going to be able to hurt anybody else. And
Right.
that's the important thing.
Yeah. I mean that is, but there's still people you traumatized and hurt. So
Yeah, absolutely. And they didn't deserve it. They absolutely
no,
did not deserve it.
no. And there was a Tampa Riverwalk takeover. And it refers to a large, unsanctioned gathering of teens and young adults around the downtown Tampa Riverwalk and nearby Curtis Hickson Waterfront Park. Led to fights, disturbances, and a heavy police response. Officers arrested about 22 people between the ages of 12 and 21, and they described it as a teen takeover. Police said the crowd caused disruptions, fights, and other public safety issues in the park and Riverwalk area. And they also recovered guns and narcotics.
Hmm.
And this is something indicative of the times. Takeovers are typically organized through social media where large groups coordinate to meet at a public location. They're not official city events or obviously Riverwalk festivities.
Yeah, I heard about it. What was the primary race involved in that? You don't have to say it. We already know.
I was like, other?
No, it's not other.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, it's happening all over the country. These again, geniuses are getting together, to take over places because they are uneducated and their parents don't care about them apparently and don't know what they're doing. didn't get enough love from mommy and daddy, if they even had who their daddies were and their moms. So, they get into these crowds and think that they're cool by let's ruin everybody's day with our presence because they're miserable again. So they have to make other people miserable. And so they cause fights and they just cause destruction and they injure people. They just cause a whole bunch of problems, and then when the police get involved and they're like, well, I didn't do anything, I didn't do anything. Yeah, well, go home then. And what's a
Yeah.
12-year-old doing in that?
Right.
Why
I
is
can
and
imagine.
also, why is a 22-year-old in there? It's like, really? The 12-year-old, you're stupid. Okay. 22-year-old, you should know better, but apparently you're still stupid. So, yeah, no, I'm sorry. It's ridiculous. And then they wonder why, oh, I wonder why people don't like us. I wonder why don't they want to? It's like, are you really that stupid that you don't understand that you're creating your own circumstances? Yeah.
I don't think people realize that, Helen.
No.
They want to have that victim mentality and that victim state, and they revel in it.
Yeah, no, that's because that's all. It's easier to be a victim than it is to be a productive person of society.
Hmm.
It's easier to be a victim.
Right.
Yeah, be a victim, be a loser. I don't care. I don't need you in my life. I don't want you in my life.
Right.
I'm not going to go to the places that it's like, why do you need to ruin the Tampa Riverwalk? That place is beautiful. What
Right.
was the purpose of it? Because you hate beautiful things? You hate seeing happy people? You feel that you're entitled to do that? No, no, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Bunch of I just don't get it. I don't know why they think that what they're doing is cool or why where are the parents? Where are the parents?
Hmm.
I don't know. My parents knew exactly where I was all the time, most of the time anyways. It's like your same thing. It's like I don't
What a
get.
great point.
Yeah.
If I
Like
would be 10 minutes late, my mom was like, we're coming in the car.
yeah,
We
like
know the route you're taking.
yeah. No, it's like okay.
Hmm.
No, that's
Yeah.
horrible. And hopefully this will deter them now that people actually got arrested. It'll deter them from doing it again. But history has shown that not everyone learns from history.
Right. One or two might learn their lesson.
One or two, then that's good. Good for them.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
yeah, no, like give me a break.
Yeah.
Stupid.
I'm like, also, Vice President Vance and Dr. Oz publicly discussed suspending
Oh,
hundreds of healthcare providers they alleged were involved in the Medicare Medicaid fraud.
good.
And multiple news outlets reported that the Trump administration said it suspended or froze payments to roughly 800 hospice or healthcare providers suspected of fraud.
Good. Should be a higher number.
Hmm. And Dr. Oz said they had received fewer than 20 complaints or calls from affected providers that said officials were still determining whether those complaints were legitimate.
Yeah. Turn it off. Turn the faucet off.
Right,
Yep. We don't need to send them anything.
right. I mean, that's crazy.
It's ridiculous. So good job to them, but it's definitely a
Hmm.
higher number. It should be probably more like 80,000
Right,
as opposed to 800, but 800 is a good start. It's a good start. Let's get, and let's suspend all the less licenses. They should just lose their licenses, not even get it suspended. They should just
right,
lose the license to practice and be done with it. Why do we have to tiptoe around this?
right.
Yeah.
Be a lesson to others.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was listening to a podcast the other day and they were talking about, and I forget which country it is, but they can have like a Rolls Royce and put the key on the dashboard, and they will not, no one will steal it. It can be
Yeah.
there for a week. No one will steal it because they know they'll get their hand cut off. So
Yeah.
if they're like, nope,
Not
they can
worth
just,
it.
yep, not worth it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, King Hammurabi had a code of law, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. You steal something, your hand gets cut off. You trespass,
Hmm.
your leg, your feet got cut off, all that good stuff. Yeah.
Hmm. There's something to that. Something to that.
I'm not opposed to it.
Yeah. Well, you know me, I stole it from one of my favorite podcasts that I listen to. He says, just put them in the wood chipper, put them right on the White House lawn and put them in the wood chipper.
Yeah, feet first.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I have no problem
So
with that.
speaking of another atrocious story,
Mm.
this one's pretty awful. Dustin Wakefield, he was a 21-year-old Colorado man. He was vacationing with his wife and 1-year-old son in Miami Beach. And he was shot and killed while eating at a restaurant on Ocean Drive. This was a few years ago, though.
Mm.
But witnesses say the family say that he stepped in front of his baby son during the attack, likely trying to save the child's life. Police said the shooting appeared completely random, and authorities arrested someone shortly after the incident, and they said that he had been high on mushrooms at the time of the shooting. That was the only reason. So he targeted this poor man and his family, took
Yeah.
out this young father trying to save his child. What's that about?
Well, again, mental illness. I know people think that mushrooms are not a big deal. It's like, oh, no, they're natural. It's like, they're a hallucinogenic. They are a drug. If you want to do that stuff, that's up to you. That's your problem. I don't advocate for anyone doing it, but you have to, if you're doing it, stay home, lock the doors, lock the windows. I don't know, pat yourself into something because you should not be walking around while you're high on any drug, least of all mushrooms. Like seriously, like mental illness is off the charts at this point.
Yeah,
People are just nuts. And when the guy, it's like, oh, it's not my fault. I was on mushrooms. All right. Well, yeah, no, it's 100 million% your fault. You took the
right,
mushrooms.
right.
Yeah.
Did someone force them on you?
No, no,
Exactly,
no. You're not a victim.
exactly.
You're an idiot.
And I know we talked about this earlier in take one of three
Oh, yes.
about the update on the Iran conflict war, whatever you want to call it, that the tensions remain high despite the ongoing diplomatic talks between the US and Iran. And the biggest sticking point right now is Iran's insistence that its enriched uranium stay inside the country, directly clashing with the US demands for stricter nuclear controls. No major fighting has resumed, but the situation is best described as a tense pause, not peace. Both sides are still posturing, and military forces remain on alert in the region. And the markets are reacting with renewed concern over the Strait of Hormuz, and it has added pressure to energy prices and global supply stability. The bottom line, negotiations are still alive but fragile, and if talks collapse, the risk of rapid escalation remains very real.
Yeah, no, there's no way. There's no scenario in which they can keep the enriched uranium because they need that for building bombs. So, you know, Trump is going to do what Trump is going to do. He's not going to back down
Right.
on that point. And so, we'll see how it all plays out, but the guy is not one to just say, "Okay, you can keep him. You'll do whatever you want." He's
Right.
he's a strategy guy. And so I'm sure he and his administration have some kind of a plan in place. They have to.
Hmm.
But again, he's not going to just say okay and give in.
Right.
They're going to have to give in some capacity for him to say okay.
Exactly.
And yeah. And you know what? He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Why do they need to have the enriched uranium? Their only reason to have it is if you want to build a bomb.
Right.
So no, Iran should never have a bomb. It's ridiculous.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And presidents over the years have all said that on the right and on the left. So, yeah.
Well, the ones on the left gave them their uranium. They also gave them $100 billion in cash on pallets. So, I
Mhm.
think more on the right, we've been saying, at least
Right.
recently. Yeah.
I'm speaking of publicly saying they don't agree with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but
Mhm.
secretly
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, no.
And there's a major wildfire called the Sandy Fire. It's been burning in Southern California. And early reports had said the fire burned more than 800 acres, but updated reporting now puts it at roughly 1,700 to 2,100 acres, which
Okay.
is still a ton.
Yeah.
It just depends on the latest containment update, but that's the problem.
Yeah, this morning I heard it was 1,200, so it makes sense that would be closer to what you're saying now.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, it's crazy. It's like they just had the Palisades fire and now they have this fire. What's going on in
Mhm.
California?
Mhm.
So, is it, yeah, no, I don't know. I feel bad for the people who live there.
Mhm.
It's like they are constantly dealing with natural disasters. And
Right.
yeah, well, part of it is they have a horrible government too. So that doesn't help when reservoirs are dry and the fire
Do we
department
have to
can't put
keep
out
water in there?
yeah, it's sad when they try to put, oh, there's no water to put out the fire, so we just have to let it go. I wonder why there's
Right.
no water in there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully this one does not escalate the same way that the Palisades fire did, and that everyone is safe and and stays safe.
Right. Right.
Yeah, we'll be praying for them.
Um, Here's one. It's been out since 2022, but I think there's just been attention to it lately that Lululemon now sells athletic hijabs, and the company launched them in 2022, and they're still available now. So I
Well,
just think that's kind of interesting.
I
I
don't
will say,
I don't support Lululemon. I think they're extremely overpriced and ridiculous and just whatever. I don't care what they do.
right. I will say that at my one gym that had closed down, there was all different types of cool, fun classes. There were a couple gals that wore headscarves that wear a
Mhm.
special workout. They wore their headscarf. So, I mean, I could see for some people that might be a good thing, but it just seems strange to have it in America.
Yeah, there's no need for it, but whatever. Lululemon is nothing again, it's just way overpriced for what they are. It's again, it's like, ooh, it's like people just go on fads and trends, and Lululemon is one of them. Like it's like,
Mhm.
oh, I'm cool because I have Lululemon. It's like, no, you just are a sucker to marketing and peer pressure.
Right.
The reason why you own those overpriced leggings or whatever they sell.
Athletic gear and athletic hijabs.
Yeah, yeah.
Although I don't need an athletic hijab
No,
for
no,
sure.
nobody does. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think we talked about this a little bit briefly on take one. There's major breaking news involving Fidel Castro's brother Raul.
Hmm.
The U.S. has indicted the former Cuban president on murder and conspiracy charges tied to the 1996 shoot down of two exile operated planes that killed four people. And the move sharply escalates tensions between Washington and Havana, and Russia now publicly backing Cuba as the geopolitical fallout grows.
Yeah, and like I said before, it's not a surprise that Russia's going to back Cuba. They
Hmm.
have their political history where they've always been allies for the most part.
Right,
So yeah, that's not a big surprise at all. And like I said before, Trump has a very small window to get all the stuff done that he wants to get done. And so he's doing it. It's like ticking off the list, like boom, I did this, I did this. Oh, okay, this is next. Okay, let's get Cuba in the mix. So
yeah,
we took Venezuela, we're dealing with Iran, we're dealing with all this other stuff. I have more time on my
right,
hands than I realized. So Cuba, you're up. And we'll see how it all plays out. But yeah,
yeah,
I don't see anything wrong with it. The Cuban government is horrible. They are just really evil people. They've killed how many of their own people?
right,
People don't get it. They think, oh, it's Cuba, it's so great. No, it's not great. Talk to a Cuban. They will tell you the reality of it. Why do you think they all came to the US as
Right.
much as they could, going on rafts from Cuba to Miami,
Mm-hmm.
hoping to escape and
Mm-hmm.
have some kind of a better life? It's absolutely insane how
Mm-hmm.
people are so stupid to think that, yeah, yeah, Cuba's a great place. Yeah. No, no, I'm so sorry. It is not. It is not. And I pray for the Cuban people to really get a much better government in place for themselves, have real
Mm-hmm.
freedoms, experience life without fear.
Mm-hmm. It's a beautiful place, that's for sure. We did get to go one time, as you know, Tom loves cigars, and that
Yes.
was kind of a dream come true. And we got some great artwork, and he got some cigars, and loved it.
Yeah. But
But
you're a tourist.
it's completely different.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're not living the life they're living.
no, no,
Yeah.
with the rationed
They're
rice
they're
and
they're
eggs.
showing you what getting seen what they want you to see.
Mm-hmm.
You're not getting the full reality of what
Right,
it's like to live as a Cuban in Cuba.
right, right.
Yeah.
So. But my dear, I think we made it through. I don't know if you
All
have
right.
anything you want to add, but I think we made it through, and it seems as though the connectivity was not an issue on the third time is the
Yeah,
charm.
I was gonna say I don't want to press our luck, but I definitely still want to go back to one of my ongoing topics, which is, please pray for all of the Christians around the world and their persecution.
Hmm.
Nigeria, they're still raping the women, burning down the churches, killing the men, killing the priests, kidnapping the girls and boys. I mean, it is horrific how many tens of thousands of Nigerian Christians have been murdered, over the last, year or so. Same thing in
Yes.
Congo. There also, it's starting to leak a little bit now in the news.
Hmm.
Not in the mainstream media because, they hate Christians. So
Right.
why would they want to highlight that? But they are also getting persecuted in Congo, murdered. Middle East, constantly in the Middle East, the Christians are under attack. And also in Asia, let's not forget that. And then thanks to the Islamic invasion in Europe, Christians in Europe are also getting attacked. I mean, it's very sad, the state of affairs that the world is in, and people still deny that Christians are persecuted. They are the most persecuted religion in the world.
Hmm.
And we just need to pray for them, and we need to stop it. It needs to stop. And one of the ways to stop it is to bring awareness to it. And
Hmm.
that's what we want to do.
Right.
And so, pray for them, learn more about it, and really just start opening other people's eyes to understand this is the reality. It's
Right.
not where, oh, Christians just do whatever they want all over the world. No, no, they don't. They have to pray in private. They have to hide the fact. And, in certain countries, they have to hide the fact that they're Christian. Otherwise, they will get killed. So
Yes.
it's really a horrible, sad situation, but it's all because we know the truth that Jesus Christ is the Lord and Savior, and he was crucified for our sins, and he rose 3 days later to show us that like that it's who he is and why we believe in him. So it's not easy being a Christian. No one said it was going to be easy. There's persecution. Even in this country, people look at you like, oh, you're a Christian, like, oh, whatever. Yeah. They think, negative thoughts about you.
Mhm.
And but you just have to be above it because this is where we are today, but we know our home is is in heaven. So
Right.
yeah. So God bless to all the Christians around the world, and
Amen.
we'll continue praying for them.
Yes.
And so I'll be looking forward to the one day where I can start sharing good news and
Hmm.
saying that, in this country, this is no longer happening. In that country, this is no longer happening. But it's not a today statement that I can make, which is very sad.
Right.
But
Yes.
hopefully soon we'll be praying for it.
Yes. Well said. Thank you. Very nice.
Yeah. All right. So I think that's it.
All right. I'll sign us off.
Okay.
All right. Don't be a loser.
For the love of God.
I'm Stephanie.
I'm Helen.
Until the next time. Bye bye.
Bye.